We're glad you're here.
Buenos dias.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, everybody.
My name is Donna Dunlap. I'm the CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Carolinas. Many of you are still operating virtually through this pandemic as we are. So we wanted to find a creative way to bring our breakfast to you. Let me begin by thanking our staff and our sponsors for making today's program possible. Big Brothers Big Sisters provides a unique, committed relationship between a mentor and a child. The mentor is referred to as a big, and the child is referred to as a little, and their connection is called a match.
Most children in our program come to Big Brothers Big Sisters through a referral from a school counselor, a school teacher, or a parent that identifies a need within that child. So when they come to Big Brothers Big Sisters, they'll complete an application, they'll have an orientation, and they'll learn a little bit more about our program. And then our staff will interview that child and parent and understand a little bit more in depth what that specific child's needs are and what the goals are for that child. I think that our staff sometimes creates magic, and they use their advanced degrees to support the mentor, the child, and the parent and walk alongside them the entire life of their match.
My little sister Jalea and I have been matched for 3.5 years. Parents and guardians who are seeking a mentor for their children all want to improve the children's opportunity for success.
A mentor is someone who's going to listen, who's going to be an advisor, someone who isn't going to judge them based on any preconceived notions. So that child has a sounding board, someone who supports them, and then someone who also pushes them into different areas where they can learn about new things they may not be exposed to.
Finding Brent was just at the ideal time. We applied, I think maybe of like 3 or 4 months. And during the time while waiting for a big, Aiden's father passed away suddenly. Brent is a guy of integrity. Him finding Aiden and Aiden finding him was like a perfect timing. It just felt like it was like we knew him forever.
I'm driving here to meet Aiden, right, to see if we're a good match. So my mother's passed away. She was one of the most compassionate people on the planet. And on the way here, I prayed to my mom and I said, hey mom, I really want to be a good listener here. I hope all of the parts of you surface tonight. And so, because she was the best listener, any kid that met her, they felt like she was 100% locked in and like, oh, I'm so interested. So I get here and of course they said, hey, you guys go back and play Jenga. There's a cool game where you get to know each other and ask questions. And so we did that. So then we came up here to the table. Then something came up and I said, oh, Aiden, how old are you again? And he said, I think at the time I'm 11 years old. And I said, when's your birthday? And so he told me his birthday. And so I looked at my phone and I went to November 21st, which is his birthday. And I said, what does that read? And it's my mother's birthday. And so I was like, and so I told him that. I was like, you're not gonna believe this. Like, your birthday is the same as my mother. And I just on the way here prayed and asked my mother to rain down all of her goodness and all of her compassion as I was driving here. And so it was just to me, it was like, this is the right thing.
He said at first, initially, he was hesitant. He was like, what can I offer? But one thing is that because he has a lot to give, he gives it from his heart, which he may not feel that it's a lot to give, and really it is. One of the things that Brent is well on is inclusion. Brent invited us to his Christmas program at church, and Brent made it so that he introduced us to everyone. And he didn't say, oh, this is so-and-so, he said by name and also relationship. Hey guys, this is my little brother Aiden, and come on over here and I want you to meet him. And he said, well, here's Aiden's mom, Sonia, here's Aiden's brother, and hey, I wanted you to meet over here the co-pastor, and I want you to meet this person. So when he introduced us, it wasn't just to a standoffish, hey, come on over. It's like people who he really felt a close relationship with, Brent would always bring, us on. Aiden really loves the support that he gets from Brent. Not only does he know that he has my support, but he now knows that he has a male figure support.
It's been 2 years since Aiden and I have been matched. I really believe that 1 hour every 2 weeks will change a kid's life.
It's okay for a parent to raise their hand and ask for help. Sometimes as parents, we get overwhelmed. We may think that there's nothing that someone else can offer to your child, which isn't true. I also would like to say that when you're reaching out to the Big Brother Sister program, don't allow race to be a deciding factor. Sometimes we may think that someone outside of our race can't teach another race something, but that's not true. And go into the program with an open mind, go into the program with expectations, and just go into the program having goals and just wanting to give your child more. Thank you, big brothers and sisters, for saving Aiden's life. You rock.
Beyond School Walls is my very favorite program, because I know that the kids that are in this program are gonna be exposed to things that they ordinarily wouldn't see. We follow the children from 6th grade to 8th grade, and that can be a really challenging time for children. But because they have their one mentor, their one adult, they have someone walking alongside them during that journey, and they pick them up when they fall and they support them. And at the end of the 8th grade year, the children have so many skills they didn't have before. All of this happens in 15 hours within a school year, which is pretty amazing.
In my first year here, Dr. Louder, our superintendent, came over. We were told about a new, unique program called Beyond School Walls, where we would have a targeted group of students who would be part of a 3-year cohort and working closely with Big Brothers and Big Sisters and the Bigs over at Atrium Health. We're all a little nervous, not sure where we're going. We're heading into the Atrium Health building. Right away, I felt better, and I could see the energy in the bodies of these littles all feeling better because the environment was so welcoming. You had people cheering and clapping as they came in. You thought we were like ending some fabulous race. Just the spirit of welcoming just set the tone for everything. And Beyond School Walls and Big Brothers Big Sisters did an amazing job of making it high interest for the kids, as well as just a beautiful space, and the lessons that were involved were really thoughtful with the middle school mindset. So all of that was pretty incredible. Apparently the students went crazy on salad and fruit, and so they had to start buying double bins of salad so that the adults could have some too. So seeing as many Takis and Pop-Tarts that I see, I loved hearing that they were tearing up some salad and fresh fruit. So that was pretty amazing, and I love that little tidbit. I think all schools work really hard to have real-world learning experiences, and teachers work very hard to try to bring people in, but to go out is a completely different experience. Something really unique about this is that kids actually, on a consistent, long-term basis, are being put in a very professional setting with professional people that they develop true relationships with, and that's what makes it so unique. Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and Beyond School Walls, they get middle schoolers. So they understand what it is like to be in middle school, and they have developed very targeted lessons to help kids grow during that time period and ultimately grow to be young adults and leaders. Because as I tell the kids, nothing changes overnight. You have to keep at it and at it and at it. And that's what that 3-year cohort does. I really believe that knowledge is power, and the more you know, not only academically, but socially, the more the world opens up. And when you get to make choices for what you want to do, you're a happier person because you've made those for yourselves. These kids from 6th grade to 8th grade are blossoming in their willingness to speak out in a group, to actually own the group and start the activity, and that's been a true benefit for the kids, that they are actually getting that voice and being able to utilize that in such a way in a room and a group of people. And that's something pretty special. Kids don't get that very often in a typical just school experience. We've had between approximately 40 to 75% increase of the students' grades across the 4 content areas: science, social studies, English language arts, and math. We also saw approximately 32% decrease in major referrals. Beyond School Walls has allowed kids to explore our world and themselves in a way they would never have had the chance to do before. They are growing in their maturity. I love it when they can also connect to their community and realize that there are truly things beyond these school walls that they have access to. And that has been the most amazing part of this program, is to have them see something and be part of something that is out there for kids, but they may not have had that opportunity without this program. From the bottom of my heart, I cannot thank you for what you have done to ensure that these children have got that extra boost that they need. There was guidance, and there was love, and there was support, and it was continuous. And I am so grateful for what you've done for the students of Northwest Cabarrus Middle School.
So one of my proudest moments of our program is when I get to see littles graduate high school with a plan for their future. And I think it's pretty neat that they oftentimes stay in contact with their mentor. That support network is there even after they graduate Big Brothers Big Sisters.
So growing up, I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts. I was adopted, and that was another reason that my mom wanted me to look into having a big sister, so I can have some sort of mentor and not always dwell on the past and, make sure I focus on my goals. So she wanted me to have that one-on-one interaction with someone that I can call my sister, that can feel like a sisterly bond, and that's what Big Brother Big Sister gave me. I am a rising sophomore at Winston-Salem State University. I finished my freshman year on Dean's List for both semesters with a 3.4 GPA. And my major is political science with a minor in communications and a concentration in justice studies. If I didn't have Brianna, as a mentor from Big Brother Big Sister, I probably wouldn't have went to college. Not on a bad level, I probably just wouldn't have been as focused on my academics as I was. So pretty much she went to the same school that I go to now. This is her alma mater. She went to Winston-Salem State University. She was like, you need to take a look at what you want to do, because you can't just go because I went. So she made sure that I had my, priorities in order, not just following in someone's footsteps for no reason. So she always made sure, this is what you need to do in order to get even, into the collegiate level. You need to make sure your grades are right. So she pushed me to make sure my academics were in place. So once I met her, it was just my whole mindset changed. I want to be like her. I want to have someone that I can look up to that's doing what they're supposed to be doing, and not just looking at the people in my environment and saying, wow, is that all I really have to look forward to? So that relationship really impacted everything that, I do now. When I graduated from the program and I went off to school, I said, you're not allowed to have another little, right? You're stuck with me. I would just like to give a thank you to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Carolinas and my big sister Brianna for giving me an opportunity to learn, grow, and network within their organization. I am completely grateful for everything that they have provided with me, the knowledge, the skill set, and all of that, to continue to grow as my academics and in my future career.
People have asked me, is Big Brothers Big Sisters still meeting? Are they still doing things during COVID? COVID has been hard on our families, and it's been hard on our mentors, and it's been challenging for our staff. Even though our mission is one-to-one mentoring and empowering children to achieve their potential, Big Brothers Big Sisters is also a connector. Big Brothers Big Sisters stepped up, and our Cabarrus Leadership Council stepped in, and we hosted a food drive and put together, with the support from the Cabarrus Community Foundation and the Foundation for the Carolinas, we had resources that allowed us to purchase gift cards to grocery stores so that our families could go to the store and purchase exactly what they needed. Big Brothers Big Sisters continues to be there to support our families and our littles. Our matches are staying connected, and our littles are not alone. Although our matches couldn't meet in person like they were used to, we found other ways to connect. They used the phone, they texted, Big Brothers Big Sisters hosted virtual events. We had an ice cream social and game night. So the connection, the relationship is at the core of who we are. And even though we couldn't see one another, our matches and our staff worked together to make sure that that child felt like they had the community around them. With school starting, we're going to continue to remain connected, whether it's virtually or whether there are opportunities for our matches to meet safely out in the community. The interaction between a mentor and a child helps a child expand their experiences outside the four walls of their home. Big Brothers Big Sisters serves almost 300 children in our community. There are many more children on our waiting list who could benefit from a mentor. Waiting for that magic, waiting for that relationship to start.
Good morning. My name is Tim Sfuljum. I'm a manager with Atrium Health, and I've had the pleasure of working with Big Brothers and Big Sisters for 3 years. And I've actually been a big myself to Elena for 2 years. It's important to get involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters because the work they do in our community is about our future. It's about our kids. My little Elena is amazing. When I first saw Elena, when there would be group activities, she literally would go under the table. And she didn't really interact a lot. She did a lot of doodling and coloring. By the end, last year, the Elena that I saw was talking with other bigs, was engaging, was participatory. She had blossomed. I had watched this young lady mature and become a part of this group. And it was amazing. It was amazing to see, and it was amazing to be a part of that. So that is why I'm asking you. That's why I'm here today. To ask you to invest in our kids. You can help them become empowered and powerful and feel comfortable in themselves and believe in themselves. So thank you. To make a gift today, please click the donate button at the top of the presentation to bring up the donation screen. At the top, you will see the pledge levels and the impact each contribution can make. The first giving level is $150. The gift of $150 will initiate a school-based match with law enforcement officers and first responders. The next giving level is $250. A gift of $250 today will help us provide workplace mentoring program matches with supplies to support their learning curriculum. The next giving level is $500. A gift of $500 will help us offer college and career readiness experiences, including field trips and guest speakers to more middle and high school students. The next level is a $1,000 gift. $1,000 will fund a match for a full year and provide the big, the little, and their family with professional support from one of our degreed match support specialists. We know and respect that you may prefer to give at a different level, and to do that, just click on Other and type in your desired giving amount. There is also an option to make your donation a monthly gift. If someone invited you to attend today's event, please select their name from the list of ambassadors and then finalize your donation by choosing Venmo, PayPal, or Pay with Card. As a community, we have it in our power to ensure that all children reach their full potential. Thank you for joining us today. Have a safe and happy and healthy rest of your day.
My little has taught me.
My big has taught me. My little has taught me to cherish the little moment.
She taught me to be genuine.
Taught me how to love.
My little taught me that just a little time each week can change their outlook on life.
My big is important to me because she's always there for me and
she motivates me and helps me. I feel like I can trust my big.
My big is caring.
She's sweet and she's very funny. She teaches me a lot of things.
The best part about being matched is actually just how much I get to learn.
Really the potential lifelong connection you can make, and
I have a friend for life. The best thing about being matched is she gets me.
And I cannot wait till one day I'm able to pay her back.
It's a small investment in a child's future. We hope you will choose to help make that happen.
Thank you, Vulcan Materials, for being our presenting sponsor. Thank you, Uwari Bank. Thank you, Hillbish Ford. Thank you, F&M Bank.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you.
Goodbye. Have a great day.
Peace. Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for coming.